this is an unboxing of a new deck I have brought from the Three Trees Tarot, and it's the Oak, Ash and Thorn Tarot, which is an animal-based deck set in woodlands. I don't normally go for animal decks, but this one is particularly exquisite. And it's, oh, look at that, it comes with a little card, a little sample card, and a wee letter. How small. What's this? From the little woodland people. Let's see. Beautifully sealed little note. A certificate of authenticity. Oak, Ash and Thorn, created by Stephanie Burrows and illustrated by Adam, oh, I don't know how to pronounce that surname, Oehlers, number 3319 of 3,500, so I got there just in time. Lovely, that's sweet. Okay, little certificate of authenticity with a little card and a nice little letter from my new deck. So it comes with a lovely little note. Hi there, I've possibly travelled thousands of miles or a mere mile or two, somewhere in between for me because I am in the UK. But now that I'm here, I must say that it's so lovely to finally meet you. I was created with love, so I'd like to think that I provide gentle readings, guiding you through any ups and downs you might experience. Please think of me as one of your new friends. Oh, here's an important bit. There's no right or wrong way to use me. In fact, my creator said that's the great thing about a little deck such as myself. I'm best used intuitively. So I hope you find yourself getting lost in my imagery, and I'm sure I will, because I've seen online the imagery, the artwork is just exquisite. So there's a lovely little note that comes with this. It's carefully packaged in eco-friendly packaging and beautifully wrapped in some tissue paper with rabbits on it. Nicely presented. So we have here the little tuck box, all still wrapped in cellophane, made from compostable, right? So it's all very eco-friendly. And once you get into the actual packaging, here is the tuck box that it lives in. So you can see it's quite a thick box and deck. It's heavy. Oak, Ash and Thorn, an eco-friendly Rider-Waite-Smith inspired art deck. And it has double-sided companion reference sheets as opposed to a little white book. So there's just little cards that give you some indication as to the meanings, but you could probably use your own intuition. What I liked about this deck is that it's based on the Rider-Waite-Smith imagery, so if you know your Rider-Waite-Smith, then you'll be able to just pick this deck up and use it. So here's the tuck box. I would keep it in this for as long as this lasts, but it probably eventually it will have to go in a bag. Oh, the cards do feel nice. So here's paper, binding it, and once we get through that, you'll find a little thank you note and links to contacting the creators, or just links to their websites and Instagram. This would be the backs of the cards. It's a standard tarot card size. I'll just get a... So this is the Robin Woods deck. It's pretty much the same size. So the Robin Woods deck is slightly shorter than your average tarot card, but this is pretty much the standard size. And this would be the backs. It's not entirely reversible, but almost. At the back here we have the little notes on the meanings of the cards, so it's very brief. Olo Mungo, you've got the major arcana here, so it's just like the Fool and a few keywords for each of the major arcana. And then you have the suits, which is the wands, and it says here our spirit, the pentacles, our material world, ace down to king, and with each one you've got a couple of keywords again. And on the other side you'll have the swords, our thoughts, the cups, our emotions, and the same again in the major arcana. So that's all the information you have, as opposed to a little white book. But if you know your Rider-Waite-Smith cards system, you'll be able to manage. And even if you don't, you could just use this beautiful imagery. So let's come down a bit. So here it starts with the Fool. You've got your number at the top and the name of the card. And as you can see, it's very faithful to the symbols found in the Rider-Waite-Smith. Although the little Bambi here can't hold his little satchel and his staff, he's still got what the Fool has as he sets off on his journey. And there's a butterfly. And then you have the Magician. It's either a raven or a crow. And there are the tools, the 4 suits, the staff, or the wand, the cup, the pentacle, the sword. So the major arcana is quite dark. The background seems to be at night for all of them. Oh, and the High Priestess, there's her scroll, her knowledge. You've got the moon. And there you have the Empress on her little throne. And her little flowers, the mushroom. The artwork is very detailed, very beautiful. The cardstock must be about 400 mgs, whatever they call it. It's very thick. Very thick and strong, and it's matte finish. Feels lovely to touch. Okay, so there we have the Emperor. You see his globe, his throne, he's up on a hilltop. There's the ram. So you've got all the symbols you need to jog your inspiration. You've got the Hierophant here, offering the key to knowledge. This little padlock. Moral compass, you know, your guidance, your wisdom. Then you've got the Lovers. It seems the female characters, because they don't wear clothes, the female characters normally has a heart somewhere on her. Look at that beautiful, beautiful artwork there in a little bramble bush. And then you have the Chariot. A little snail. There you've got your canopy of sky, and you've probably got black and white for your you know, your chariot normally has the two horses, one black, one white. Well, here's his chariot, the bird, and it's black and white. Pigeon or something. Eh? And then you've got strength. There's his infinity sign. And he's overcoming the snake rather than a lion. The Hermit, his lamp is a little firefly. There's his staff he would carry, there's his winding path towards enlightenment. That's lovely. Then you've got the Wheel of Fortune. And Justice. These could be the scales. When you think of it, the balancing rocks. There's the two pillars. And her sword, or his sword. It looks like a male figure here. Oh, and the little hanged man clinging on for dear life. So these cards are quite thick to work with, actually. I'll see how they... Right, so then you have Death, the butterflies of transformation. Temperance, she's holding the two cups there, partly in the water, partly on land. The Devil. See, the vines have snared them. There's the girl with the heart, and there's the bloke. Sorrowful looking characters in the Devil. Right, oh, and the Tower, usually in this sort of animal-based deck, you would have the tree being the tower, and that's fitting because it's a place where they'd build their nests, their homes. And there's the cliff top. So there you go, the tower with the storm, and the star is a fish. And then you have the moon. So to me that's a little different, but I suppose if after staring at the card long enough, I'm sure I'll find these symbols, these little symbols to pick up. The sun, beautiful and bright. So we're out of the night time now, so it really stands out. There's more than one card there, sorry. Then you've got Judgment, rebirth, rising from the ashes sort of thing. In fact, you know, like there's a cross there, it sort of makes you think of the angel that holds the trumpet in the more traditional decks. And here you have the world where you've got little Bambi He started off. He's at the end of his journey now. This is a globe of the world. There's his little wreath around him. And the universe. And then we come to the cups. The cups are little acorn cups, and they're represented by the squirrels. So there you've got the cup overflowing with joy. The Two of Cups. Look, there's her heart, you see. The coming together. Love. Of opposites. That's not even only a bloke. He's a grey squirrel and she's a red squirrel. And then you've got the Three of Cups, the three friends celebrating, dancing in the field. The Four of Cups. There's his cups. He's not looking at them. He's closed. There's a little ladybird. You know, it's like it shows all the good things that are in there if he only looked in the right direction. Sweet, lovely art. It's just so detailed. Five of Cups. Three broken ones and two are still whole and on the branch, but he's only looking at those. Six of Cups. See, there's a girl. And there he's offering her some flowers, and there's your cups in there. So it's just lovely. And, you know, like the tree would represent the house, the home that's in the background. So the Seven of Cups. There's a fire. There's the snake. There's the flowers. The beast, a pearl of wisdom. Look at the Eight of Cups. He's just so true to the original, you know, moving on towards the mountains and in the moonlight and the path. Nine of Cups. This is a little different, but there he has all he's content in his home. See, it's lovely. Ten of Cups, the happy family. There, the cups. So there's no rainbow, but there's the happy family. It's so cute. So it's very easy to pick up on your Rider-Waite-Smith symbols. It doesn't deviate from it very much. Look at the page. He has the little fish in the cup. It's a girl, she has. Then you've got the Knight of Cups. I'll try and go a bit quicker. Here's his little helmet. Oh, the mushrooms. The detail is incredible. I mean, the time spent making these must have been a lot of hours going into every single picture. The Queen of Cups with her bounty around her. Well, no, she's got her foot in the water and there's the fish, but her cup is full. And there's her heart. And then you've got the King of Cups, laid back, the rock in stormy waters. And he holds his sepulchre and his cup. And then you've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there is the Ace Pentacle. So that's different. But it's still there. The field, the pentacle. And then you've got the Two of Pentacles, balancing. So that's different. But you've still got juggling. You know, she's probably got a... When you think of the balancing, the juggling you have to do when you've got a small family, it fits. The Three of Pentacles, the three mates working at something. Studying, looking at it, developing it. And then you've got the Four of Pentacles holding on to, see, she's holding on to her wealth in a strawberry field. Ah, and the Five of Pentacles looks so sad. He's got a little bandaged up limb. And that, you know, could remind you of the stained glass in the church that's in the original Rider-Waite. So it's very faithful to the imagery and the messages that you get from the Rider-Waite-Smith. Six of Pentacles, giving, balancing again. So instead of scales, they have balancing rocks, which is very fitting. Wow. You see how the tree bark is almost, it's on his fur here. So there's no book to go through and find out why, but it's just nice to note. Seven of Pentacles is resting from all his work. So it's time to reconsider, reevaluate things, rest, and allow it to grow around you. And then you've got the Eight of Pentacles, honing his skill. He's got the pentacle in his mouth. She. And I can even see the eyelashes there. And then you've got the Nine of Pentacles. In her garden, there's the bird, and there's the abundance of growth around her. Ten of Pentacles, stable, happy family in a circle of pentacles there. He uses a lot of butterflies, moths, and here's dandelions. Oh, this is exquisite. The detail is so amazing. So here's the Page of Pentacles in her field holding the coin, considering it, and all the possibilities that could come of it if she put her mind to it and worked hard. And there you've got the Knight of Pentacles with his little helmet and his shield, and he's in the field. Queen of Pentacles, nurturing her little babies. Safe, secure, abundance. King of Pentacles, there's his little throne. Then we come to the swords, which are represented with, I'm not sure if it's crows or ravens, and I don't think it really matters. But there's the Ace of Swords with the, you know, that could be considered the wreath around it. Two of Swords, look at that. Crossed swords, the blindfold, the moon, the water. It's all there. And it's a girl. So that's very fitting. I'm sorry, I do struggle a little bit to separate the cards, but I imagine with working with them they'll become better. Look, I'll always look at the Three of Swords. It's one of my favourite cards, which may be morbid, but look at that. I'm so glad it's not a bird struck through with three swords. Rather, it's a heart-shaped leaf. And look at her grief and sorrow in the rain. So, if you like a Rider-Waite-Smith system, this deck is ideal. Four of Swords, resting. Look at him sleeping. Five of Swords, the Lord of Defeat. There's the people, all the birds flying away. There's the victor, having taken all the swords. And he's in a field of daffodils or narcissus, so fitting. Look at this foot transition. He's going to learn to fly. And that's a mummy. There's the swords. And it's aided transition to a better place, from this place of darkness to where the light is shining through the clouds. So it's very good, very well done. The Seven of Swords. Yeah. The thief, right? And there's his hoard. Look at the Eight of Swords. It has everything there. You know, the brightness shining through the clouds, the blindfold, the bondage. It's often on a beach, so there she is on the water with this beautiful reflection here, and the ghostly trees in the background. Nine of Swords. Now there he is in his bed, his nest, and he's having some nightmares. He's crying, I think, with the swords all coming at him. And the tangle of nest is quite evocative of that chaos and that tension and that nightmarish sort of feel. Look at the Ten of Swords. Defeat. The end. The sudden, violent end. But from that comes transition, new beginnings, and there's the dawning of a new day. Page of Swords. Beautiful. The wind. You can see the wind in this, blowing the leaves and that. Knight of Swords. Look at that speed, that movement, and he's wearing his crown. It's got the same sense of movement that the original Rider-Waite-Smith picture has, and he's even holding his sword just the way the other, brandishing it as best he could because he's a crow. And then you have the Queen of Swords with her past sorrows, and you can see them there. And then you have the King of Swords, unyielding, decisive. His crown. And then we go on to the Wands, which are represented by the foxes. The details so beautiful. These dewdrops or raindrops on the grass. So the Wands is like a holly staff, or like a little holly tree growing. Two of Wands. Oh, he's got the globe there, you see, and he's looking out at the water, considering he can't hold the staffs, or she, because it's got a little heart there. But there she's ready to step through to the next phase. And there's all like dragonflies, which could be about possibility, transformating, you know, taking it from one step to the next. Ah, that is so beautiful. The Three of Wands, you could get that sense of looking out in anticipation for the ships coming in, and you could say those could be representing the ships coming in. And he's started on his path, progress, you know. That's so cute. Four of Wands, the happy couple, celebrating. There's their canopy made of the wands. The detail is just so beautifully done. Look at the fighting Five of Wands. The disarray, the chaos, the lack of collaboration here is really good. And then you have the beautiful Six of Wands. Look at the victory. She's wearing, or it's a he, he's wearing a crown, a wreath, that's that wreath. There's his wands, and there's the trailing red ribbon that you'll see. And this could represent the people around. And as I said, there's always so much busyness here. There's little animals, little snails, insects, and small details to pick out. So there he's got a very defensive look for the Seven of Wands, and he's holding his wand. on his higher ground. Look at the Eight of Wands is slightly different because you've got, oh, but it's beautiful. I don't know if you can see all the detail. In here, the flowers and the bees on the flowers, the busyness there, it's like things coming, moving quickly. These are all bees here. So you take from that what it would represent to you. But the wands are all moving towards the sun. Or out from the sun. Anyway, there's the Eight of Wands, and I think it's still close enough. Look at the Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. He's bandaged, and there. She, actually. The wands behind her and the wand staff in her hand. The Ten of Wands now. He's not able to carry them all. He's laid them all down and he's resting from the weariness of the heavy load. So it still fits. You can, I think you could just pick this straight up and read with it without having to study it too much. But you'd want to really have a good look at each of the cards and bond with them. The Page of Wands here, these are lizards in the bark of the tree. And it's a girl. The Knight of Wands. There's a bee. So the bees are in the wands quite a lot, and I think that sort of represents like the productivity, the work that is represented in wands. And here you've got more salamanders. They're etched on the tree log. So there's the Knight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Now, instead of a little black cat, she's got a baby, a little foxy creature there, which I imagine it would be her baby. These daisies replace the sunflower. But you've got that air of the Queen of Wands about her. Then you've got the King of Wands here, more salamanders, and there's the lion. You've got the redness in the mushrooms, and he's holding his staff. And then extra cards. This one is called Possibilities, so you make of it what you will. It's got a dragon, and curled up in the dragon's embrace is the fox and the hare of, and you've got the squirrel and the crow. So you've got representatives of all the suits. It's just beautiful. Look at his hand, his claws, and there. And there's still one more unnamed card with a beautiful little mouse on it. Wow. So there you have it. The Oak, Ash and Thorn, a beautiful, beautiful deck. Very good quality. Strong cardstock. Easy to pick up and read if you know. I think even if you didn't know your Rider-Waite-Smith system, you'd still be able to use it intuitively because its artwork is very evocative. It will stir up emotions, images and ideas. And it comes in a tuck box, which is eco-friendly. It comes with a lovely little hello letter and a little bit of art, a diddy little one, that's lovely, and a special certificate. So there you have it, the Oak, Ash and Thorn tarot deck by the by the Three Trees Tarot. So I would highly recommend this. It's worth every penny, and it's not even one of the most expensive decks around. It's reasonably priced, very reasonably priced. Beautifully made. very thoughtfully put together. It has borders, but they're not intrusive at all. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing and review of the Oak, Ash and Thorn. I certainly look forward to using it. And remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons if you did like it. Look out for my weekly tarot readings for all the star signs, and I'm sure I'll be using this quite quickly. And have yourself a good day, and God bless you till we meet again.